vast little forest, untamed and left wild, where lives a small person, but he's not a child. A leader of men, a leader of more. He's listening, Gabe, he's ready for war. A powerful druid, but he cannot fly. He's in love with death, but he cannot die. His name it is Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's scary, but no more he can. It's scary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. His name it is Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's scary, but no more he can. It's scary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. His name it is Gary, and this is his story. His name it is Gary, revel in his glory. It's scary, but no more he can. It's scary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. It's scary, but no more he can. It's scary, fuck yeah, Muad'Dib. Kill them all. Rebel of the swamp. Rebel of the swamp. Rebel of the swamp.
Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Brad Woto stream, but first, it's time for What Picture Has Bradley Drawn Onto a Piece of Paper?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Why does it sound like I played D&D last night and Dilly Wiggle was the voice? That was the voice of Dilly Wiggle, my character. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to guess. What did I draw on a piece of paper today? And it is Pokemon inspired. I drew this last week, but I've had a few days off of stream because I'm very unwell. So let's see if you can guess what I drew on a piece of paper, and then we're going to play some D&D with added birthday presents. It's someone's birthday today. Team Rocket and Birthdaymon. Mewtwo. Let's see if you can guess. I don't. No other guesses. A shiny Snorlax. You guys have got to get used to writing in the chat because it's D&D day. This is you have to write stuff. Pikachu with a cake hat. Mew 3. A Sunstone. Oh, Agumon. Alright. Oh, it didn't add it. Alright, let's see if you can guess. What was this song? Oh, it was the furry dance battle music. Can you guess? What was drawn? I'm just going to start up the dice roller and then we'll close it out. I forgot that I need to start up the dice roller. It is done. Right, what did you guess? Pikachu with cake hat. I made a promise last time. Do you remember? There was a pattern evolving. And I said next time I will definitely draw Team Rocket. You fool. Yeah, I drew that ages ago. Hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. I feel very unwell. I've been very sick for a few days. Yeah, obviously some of you would be aware of it because I haven't been streaming. It's been bad. It's been rough. I've been sort of I'm basically just under the effects of withdrawal symptoms from coming off of my medication, and it slammed me so hard. I haven't slept. I've been having to use sleeping pills to sleep every night since Wednesday. I went to a doctor on Friday and was like, I'm dying. Yeah, I just feel really rough, man. Like, I've been feeling really fucked up. Just a bunch of different symptoms. I feel like I have the fucking flu. Then I have extreme nausea. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Then I get like serious vertigo. Then I'm absolutely boiling hot and sweating. Then I'm freezing cold and sweating. It's just horrible. been absolutely horrible for a few days. And yeah, it's really hard for me to sit at the computer for a long amount of time, so I haven't been able to stream. I just don't feel well, so it's really, I don't really want to be on, you know, when you don't feel well, I don't really be on a camera and like doing stuff and things like that. Last night I felt so bad. I think the worst I've felt. I got slammed by just an intense fucking bomb of nausea, and I was just sitting on my sofa. We played some D&D. I completely ruined the end of Aaron's fucking mini campaign that he was running because I was dying and I was like, I gotta leave, dude. And I just sat on my sofa and was just like dying, and then just pilled up, went to sleep, woke up today, and I feel like okay. I feel I'm just gonna say okay. But I just don't feel well at all. It's really rough. And I'm really hoping that it goes away in the next few days, so I can get back to streaming. So, first of all, I'm sorry there hasn't been streams. I haven't done anything. I mean, some of you are aware of this. I've played PUBG a little bit with my friends and just tried to distract myself and play like a couple of hours of PUBG. So I've been like, you know, like on Orcus's stream or whatever, on my stream. So some of you are aware of it. I've been posting like a couple of updates on the Discord just to keep everyone in the loop and stuff. But yeah, I just sort of vanished. I was feeling fine, and then suddenly I wasn't. And I just really don't have the strength to really do anything. My mood has been okay. I've been sort of feeling okay mentally. You know, like obviously not great, but like really, I feel like I should feel worse than I do. But I just physically haven't been able to do anything. Like I just feel fucked. And it's really brutal. You know, today I went for a little walk with Liam, and I walked. I was out of breath straight away. It was crazy. It's the strangest feeling. I've only got a couple of hours of sleep every night. It's hard to eat, you know, because I just feel so sick. I'm sipping ginger water at the moment just to try and keep the nausea down. I've been trying everything to try and just make myself feel better, and I think I just have to let it pass. It's really bad withdrawal. I've never had this kind of withdrawal from an antidepressant before. I have had it when I was very young. I went through severe withdrawals when I got clean, and I sort of rehabbed, and it's horrible. I think it's so horrible. It's so horrible. It's such a horrible feeling all the time, and it's like a week of it now. I've had this feeling, you know, I've had it on and off a little bit as I've been tapering off of these meds over the last month, but it's hit me really intensely this week. So I feel very unwell. But one, I wanted to do this stream. 2 reasons. One, this is my favorite stream of the week at the moment. I love doing this stream and playing this game. 2, it's the only stream that makes me money. So I do feel bad for taking the days off, so many days off in the week, and not playing Mass Effect and sort of destroying the momentum of us playing that. But this is really the only day I need to work. I was like, I've got to go to work today, or I can't eat. Like it's literally, and I hate how precarious it is, but it is the only stream I make money on, really. And it's the only stream keeping my bank account out of the red zone so I can make rent. So I was like, I've got to get up and I've got to work on Sunday. Let me just try and get myself to like a mental place and just a physical place where I can work on Sunday. Also, it's my birthday. Why isn't this working? Yeah. It is my birthday today. By pure chance, it lands on the monetization day. One must always monetize their birthday as a streamer, obviously. And the way I've decided to do that is inside of the game. Because obviously there are microtransactions in the game, in the Legend of Gary, in the Twitch Plays D&D game. There's a way that you can spin the wheel, right? which I thought what I would do is add some stuff to the wheel. I think you guys have pretty much redeemed. You've redeemed a wheel already, so I'm going to reset that goal right now because you've already got one wheel spin. We're going to start with a wheel spin. Let's get into D&D and let's play some games before I violently vomit and can't continue. So, thank you so much for the birthday wishes and the resubs that are coming in. Brennis, Lux, Ray, Meiji, Glitchy, K Marley, Ratch, Kumagi. Ratch was one of the first people to say good happy birthday to me because I was on a call with him at midnight last night. Kaio, Encore, someone anonymous gifted a bunch of subs. Shadow, Jaeger, Mr. Catbox, Chen, Smid, Dan, Kara, and Shazalenko, who I'm sure will be on the VOD later on, sent me a birthday gift in the middle of the night as well. Thank you very much. Dopey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not just going to sit here and say give me money for my birthday. There is a reward for it. It's inside of the game. Are we ready? It's time to continue with the legend of Gary. Thank you, music. Yeah, you can turn it down now because we've got an intro to play. All the way down. Yeah, thank you.
Under a tiny world will take a person only a matter of weeks to travel from one side to the other. Once a lush, verdant planet, Rexander's rain had stopped falling. What had stopped it? And how? Was this something to do with the warring empires? Was it a new unknown threat? Or perhaps it was the new Magitech and steam-powered technology from the Hutchtan Matriarchy or Kosu Sivranti. Long ago, the world was treated as an experiment by the gods. They were trying to discover the most powerful species they could make. Just a fun game for them became our world as we know it, in the finals of the Kraven trials. Humans faced off against Noms. The humans won. In a final test, the gods pitted the humans against the dragons. The dragons tore the world apart, destroying any semblance of society. Now, after 1,000 years, the Mans have rebuilt. Two great kingdoms, constantly at war. And between them, the last forest. The only place of green in our dying world. And inside that forest, the last Nom. My name is Gary, and this is my story.
This is it. It all comes down to this as we return to the swamp. You have earned 2 wheel spins, and we'll get to them in a minute. With every sub and gift sub and stuff, the wheel spin goes up to 10. Added to the wheel spin and at a much higher chance is birthday presents, birthday bonuses, and birthday deuses. So today, whenever we spin the wheel, there is all of the usual things on there, but there's also a very high chance that you'll land on those two. You'll notice that they are there are 3 large wedges there. I think it's weighted at about 10 times more likely to land on each of those. Yeah. So, we will get onto the wheel spins and we'll catch up with everything. But let's discuss what happened last week first, as we catch you up. Previously on Twitch Plays D&D, The Legend of Gary. You had a dance battle with the furries. You found the furries. Gary is trying to unite all of the sort of sentient creatures of the swamp and take them to face off against the tyrannical Rindor the Calm, the white dragon that rules the swamp here. I can't remember why he even started doing this, but I think Seg just said that he would. And then when Gary came back from death, he got roped into this promise. The second to last group that you needed to find were the Gnolls. When you got to the San Diego Comic-Con Convention Center, there was a group of Gnolls that turned out to just be humans in furry outfits, because that's what Gnolls are. And you engaged in a battle with them. You won the battle. but the Gnolls chose not to join. The party then enjoy the San Diego Comic-Con, a witch tells them where the trolls are. You met Minnie Maya, and after locating the trolls, it took a little persuasion, but they agreed to join so that they can find out what a piano is and gain own back on the dragon who, quote-unquote, made them cry. So now, with all of the sentient creatures of the swamp gathered, Gary sets off to face Rindor the Calm. We return once again to the swamp here. As you've gathered all of the people, and you have now basically an army. Let's spin the wheel. First wheel spin of the day. See what you get. Not a birthday. Cursed. Immediately becomes cursed. Let's see if I have... Do I have a resource for curses? I think I do, but I don't know what it is. Alright. D&D random curse generator. We have one of these. 100 interesting curses. Fine, we'll do that. 1d100. 28. The curse loses all concept of table manners. They eat in the most disgusting way imaginable. I mean, I feel like Gary probably does that anyway. Flaws. Actually, it's a curse. You can clear it. He's cursed with this. He's also cursed with his smile. Is that a curse? Was that a curse? I think it was. Oh, here it is. And he's hated by all cats. Here's the curses here. Gary's hated by all cats. He has no concept of table manners, and his smile causes fear in children. 4 arms, tapir nose. I should add that in here, shouldn't I? The tapir nose. Just a true monstrosity of a creature at this point. Okay. We got another wheel spin coming. Let's see what you get this time. Every 10 subs, we spin the wheel. Full heal. Useless.
A dud!
100%. Yeah, I think you were already at full health. Yeah. 2 horrible wheel spins to start it off. Now you feel how I feel. Showing up to this stream. Cursed. Unwell. No, actually, I don't feel like I have any. Drinking ginger water that's supposed to make you feel better, but it isn't doing anything. Full heal. Because you didn't need it. Which, well, I do really need it. Is that another one? Here we go. One more wheel spin, they said. Come on. Let's go. Next roll is a natural 1. Oh. Now you feel how I feel. Now you feel how I feel. So the next roll is a natural 20, and then the roll after that is a natural 1. Wow. Oof. Well, you'll be pleased to know that we're starting off today with a survival check. Now, it will be a natural 20 to locate Rindor the Calm and Rindor's lair within this swamp. You will need to roll a survival check. Let's have you roll it to see what you would have won. Exclamation point roll d20 in the chat. This will be a natural 20 on your survival check. You would have a +3 to this, but you It will be a natural 20, but let's see what you would have won. We can take the first roll today because the first time we roll every week. We can actually take the first one, and then after that, we'll take the second roll every time. Wow, the winning roll was a natural 20. Incredible. What is happening today? What is happening today? Yeah, I mean, this is great. Gary starts, he sort of ushers all of the group. They prepare themselves, they pack their things, they get up and they start moving into the swamp. Rindor the Calm is located at the very center of the swamp. And Gary starts navigating the group there with pinpoint accuracy. It's so accurate that it's almost as if he's being guided by some sort of extraplanar entity. Maybe it's death, maybe it's some divine entity that's sending him on his way. Maybe he's just in tune with the forest today. He starts moving quietly towards the area that he suspects Rindor the Calm to be in. Eventually the air starts to get cooler and cooler and cooler. The swamp underfoot transforms into a sort of a bog. And the water around your ankles, around Gary's ankles, starts getting cold. And you start sludging through this. You have entered Rindor's lair, which is simply just an area of the forest here. I, at this point, would request, and this is the option, because you know it's going to be a 1, so I'm not going to let you pick today for this one. Would you like to do a stealth or a perception check first? You will have to do both of these. Which one would you like to do first? AKA, which one will definitely be a natural 1? The choice is yours. Stealth or perception? As you approach the lair of Rindor the Calm, the cold bog here in this swamp. I'll give you a minute on this. Stealth with 1 vote in it. Okay. It's now time for you all to roll a perception check. Gary has -1 to perception even with his proficiency, because I think he only sees the world in 2D, because this is the most chaotic D&D game that's ever existed in the history of man. Gabriel, April, Qmagi, thank you for the gift subs, by the way. Bartle Pops, Deciduous. Anyone else that I might have missed? Very much. This is so much multitasking for me, and I'm extremely unwell. We take the second roll here. The second roll, not that 7. Keep rolling. We have to clear out the previous rolls. An 8 -1 from your perception makes that a 7. Two abysmal rolls, one after the other here. Start approaching this area. It's cold. Gary looks to Seg. Seg looks to Krazuval. I don't know, whatever his name is, the hobgoblin. Gary says, "Right, we have to be quiet. The last thing we need him to know is we're approaching. If we can get the jump on him, we might just be able to stand a chance and have him." Seg says, "Yeah, you're right. Where is he? Where the fuck is he?" Gary says, "Okay. Utter and total silence from everyone, okay? Right, got it." As everyone starts creeping forward, Gary steps on a piece of ice that is shaped like a stalagmite pointing upwards, and it sticks into his toe. Because it was a natural one, he loses 1 hit point as his toe is impaled, and he goes, "Ah!" echoing through the swamp. "Ah!" I can't scream and shout too much today, as much as I would love to, because I might vomit. I'm very unwell. Seg snaps his head towards Gary. Gary looks back towards the rest of the group. Everyone is staring and looking at Gary. He then looks around suddenly, trying to figure out if there is a dragon here. Where is this dragon? I'm gonna quickly download a sound effect now, since you kind of messed up this perception check, I think. Let me see if I can find. What does this sound like? I mean, it's very good. We'll go with this one. I think we'll go with this one. Because you hear this bizarre sort of buzzing noise nearby. Like a mosquito sound, yeah, like a mosquito constantly going by your ears. Insta Rage. Thank you for the gift subs. What does Gary do here then? So hello, Whack. I have to. This is the only day I earn money. This is the. I've spent all week feeling very unwell, and I was like, I have to come to work today. So I think I'm on a time limit. I think I have a couple of hours before I feel deadly bad again. What does Gary do? The choice is yours. Suggestions from the chat room, please. Try to swat at the sound. Try to slap away the nuisance is the same. Cast Warding Wind. Ask the party if they... I'm going to give you this, Lolly, and I'm going to give you this as a group. Everyone is reacting to it. It's not just Gary that hears it. Everyone is reacting to it. Shapeshift. Cast Thunder Wave. Pull out a torch and wave it at the sound. Catch the fly with 4 hands. Go west. I'll do. Okay. Choice is yours. Buzzing sound. around your head. Around Gary's head, around everyone. Just this very loud buzzing picks up very quickly after Gary yelps. Catch the fly with 4 hands is the plan here. Okay. Let's make that... I think that's just a straight dexterity check, isn't it? Let's make a dexterity check. So that's a +1. So, exclamation point, roll d20 in the chat. You roll the dice. We take the second roll every week. The reason we do that is that we have to clear out the previous rolls and have the dice roller start again. It's not complex enough to be able to do all these things. If I left Liam with it for another week, he'd be able to do it. And 19 is very good. Let me roll a dice of my own here. That's very low. There's no way that a mosquito has these kinds of stats. Surely. That is a 5. Here is what happens. Gary hears this sound. What is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that sound? Something is whizzing and blurring and buzzing past and through the group. The lizard folk start biting at the air. The bullywugs are... I don't have the Yoshi sound set up. Trying to catch it with their tongues. Seg pulls out his sword and starts looking around. Gary centers himself for a moment here. 4 hands. Waiting just at the opportune moment to close all 4 of his hands. Grabbing the fly. However, it's much bigger than Gary was expecting. The thing in his hands is maybe the size of a chihuahua. It was just moving very quickly. Gary now needs to make me I think an athletics check to hold on to this thing. You have a -2 to hold on to whatever this thing is inside of his hands. So you can start rolling in the chat. You are Gary. I've got ginger and mint in there. Liam showed up this morning with some fresh ginger and mint to try and save me from nausea. Because the nausea is what's fucking killing me more than anything else. An 18 and then an 11. An 11 -2, a 9. Let me roll my own dice here. A 16 plus 2 is an 18. Suddenly, Gary grabs this thing as it's flying and then realizes that something is pushing his hands apart. Inside of Gary's hands, as he looks down at this thing, is Rindor the Calm. A tiny white dragon sits inside of Gary's palms. White scales, covered in sort of swamp algae and brine. There's a glimmer to these scales, and a sense of magic. A slow, sinister smile curls on this tiny dragon's lips as the 2 tiny clawed hands push apart 2 of Gary's 4 hands, and the wings open up the other 2 as the small dragon inside of Gary's palms opens his hands. Gary, pushing with all of his strength, can't keep his hands closed. Thank you, Liam. That's a wheel spin. Let me reset this. Let me finish this scene and we'll spin the wheel. The dragon looking into Gary's eyes. Gary looking with wonder at this creature. Doesn't quite know what he's looking at. The small dragon inside of Gary's palm says,
So, you dare to tread in my domain? Foolish ones. How amusing.
as he's pushing open Gary's palms, the temperature drops suddenly. Gary's hands are frozen immediately. The cold emanating off of this creature as it begins to almost charge up with arcane energy. His eyes flash blue as it continues to speak.
Do you think that you can vanquish the great Rindor the Calm, ruler of this forsaken swamp? Allow me to enlighten you on the fate that awaits.
His hands push apart Gary's, his claws push apart Gary's hands. His wings push apart Gary's hands, and he begins once again to... His wings start moving like a mosquito, like a hummingbird. Floating away from Gary and upwards, he says,
Your bravery blinds you, blurs the line between courage and foolishness. I, Rindor, am the most powerful being in this realm. My strength unmatched, my reign unchallenged. For years I have ruled with an iron claw,
brings his claw up,
spreading fear and despair to all that oppose me.
It's almost ironic how small this little chihuahua-sized dragon is as he's raising up. You might have been expecting, and I think everybody in the group was expecting this huge thing, except for maybe the trolls who look a little... The trolls are afraid of this creature. This tiny little dragon floating up in front of you. The cooling of the air continues.
You think you can challenge me? Ha! Your frail mortal frames will shatter like brittle glass against my icy wrath. I shall freeze your very souls, encase you in a tomb of frost, where time itself becomes your enemy. But that is merely the beginning. I will not end your suffering swiftly, oh no. That would be too merciful. Too kind. Instead, I shall savor each moment of your agony. Savor the icy taste of your despair. Your frozen forms will become my playthings, devoured slowly, piece by piece, over the course of many years. A slow feast, a relentless torment until your final breath escapes your frozen lips. So, approach if you dare. Witness the true power of Rindor the Calm. Embrace your doom, for you have sealed your fate the moment you stepped into my swamp. Here in the heart of despair, you will find only an eternity of cold and the relentless hunger of a dragon who knows no mercy.
He floats upwards. A health bar appears Elden Ring style above his head. The initiative tracker appears on the screen, but first, we spin the wheel. Oh! A birthday present! What is it? Let's see. So, birthday presents means you immediately get a magical item. Now, all of the birthday prizes that you get today are for this session only. They're all temporary items that vanish at the beginning of next week's session. They're all temporary boons that vanish at the beginning of next week's session. They're all temporary conditions and things that will only last for this session because it is my birthday. And I thought I wanted to make something cool like that happen. However, it also made sense because I knew that you'd be fighting this dragon, and while he is small, this will not be easy. First, we roll for a magical item. Where is my magical items table? Alright, table A, B, C. Well, really, I should count them, shouldn't I? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So a D7. This is what table you'll be rolling on. Of the 7 possible things, you could get the most strong. You could get the most powerful item in D&D. So this is a 4th level magical item. What did I say? 4. So it's D. Item table D. 1D100. You get a spell scroll, 6th level. Now you can use this to cast a spell immediately, since you're not a wizard and you're not going to be scribing this down into a book to keep forever. This is a consumable, this scroll. You can just cast this once. So let's look at the 6th level spells, 5e. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 27. So 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. Couldn't be more useless. Wait, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. Yeah, you get True Seeing. True Seeing, the worst spell. True Seeing. When you use this spell scroll, it will give the willing creature you touch, the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of 120 feet. Actually, true sight might be useful here. True sight. Let me read what true sight does. True sight gives the ability to touch and... No, it's the spell True Seeing, you idiot. True sight. Can see invisible creatures and objects. They automatically detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them, and perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. May actually be useful. I think if you did do this, well, I guess we'll see. Let's go over to the swamp here. Where's my battle map? Yes, here we go. Here's Rindor, tiny. Here's Gary, he was very close to Gary. We're going to arrange your army here, like so. Alright, let's roll a bunch of initiatives. So, first of all, you guys need to roll me a d20. You got a pair of glasses, yeah. Gary's initiative is +1. Second roll. And then we have to roll for everything here. I guess let's open with... I'll roll from Rindor over here because I'm going to need to keep this open anyway. Is that not working? There we go. Wow, Rindor rolls a 5. You have rolled a 12 plus 1. So Gary goes on an initiative of 13. Let's roll for Seg. Seg goes on a 7. I understand that this is basically going to be me fighting Rindor, and you're also here, but... Kravuzal goes on a 22. The Cool Orcs go on an 18. The Bullywugs Go on a 16. Lizard folk. Go on a 6. Oh, my trolls are not here. Where are my trolls? I dragged them. The trolls are a bit further back because they're scared. And the trolls... Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me remind myself a couple of things here. Oh, I need a lair. You're in the lair, so the lair gets an action as well. I need to just put like a snowball or something. Thank you for the sub. I can't see anything. Oh, it's not. It's $40 from Glitchy Will, an actual birthday present. Thank you very much. I haven't really put anything up for any donations or anything today, but appreciate the donations as well. Unfortunately, they don't really affect the game directly, but you know, it sucks to be you, I guess. All right, let's have this thing, and this is the lair action. That goes on initiative 20. Okay. So this is it. Kravuzal the Violent. I need all these sheets available to me over here. So many sheets. Shadow wants to spin the wheel because he's terrified. What do we have Kravuzal do? His sheet is he can do he can use his greatsword, he can throw a javelin, or he can use leadership. For 1 minute, the hobgoblin can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see within 30 feet of it makes an attack roll or a saving throw. The creature can add a d4 to its roll, provided it can hear and understand the hobgoblin. A creature can benefit from the leadership die, only one leadership at a time. The effect ends if the hobgoblin is incapacitated. So basically, kind of like a bardic inspiration, you can give a d4 to someone. So what would you like Kravuzal to do? Kravuzal's turn. Greatsword. Strike. Throw a javelin. And leadership ability. Give someone a d4. Choice is yours. Gary finds in his pocket, pulls out a scroll of true seeing as well, and puts it back in his back pocket. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Kumagi. Bew. Good to see you. Clay Kite. Thank you for the gift subs. The cash money. It is my birthday. There are some birthday effects that can be added to the wheel spin that will affect play. The 3 birthday effects are all positive. They will all benefit you guys, but there are a couple of negative ones that are still on there. But it is a very high chance. There's a very high chance of pulling birthday effects on the wheel spin today. New Erg said I'm in for that. New Erg said yes please. So that one. Alright, you're gonna have him do his leadership ability. Leadership die to who? I'm gonna say Gary or Seg are the only ones that are really gonna benefit from this. So I'll let you pick between who gets that d4. Do you want to give the leadership die to Gary, or do you want to give it to Seg? for this thing, and then we're going to spin a wheel when we get back into it. Salis, thank you for the 96. Not the 96, the 27. I'm very unwell. Chen, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I know sometimes these wheel spins are off by 1 or 2, but nothing I can do about it. Let's see. Gary is going to receive the leadership die. Okay, don't let me forget that. I will. Gary has a D4 now. It is for 1 minute. Gary can have a D4 to his to any roll. I think. Yeah, fuck it, any roll. Who cares? Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. A birthday present. Now, what was it? It was a D7, a D100. You get another present immediately. 1d7 to determine what table we roll on. 6. This is going to be good. This is the second to highest table. And then it's a D100. 73. What is this? Oh my god, of all the things, you get an item called Frostbrand. I'm guessing it's going to be so useless. It's going to be a sword, isn't it? Is it going to be a fucking ice sword? Frostbrand. Oh. When you hit with an attack using this magic sword, the target takes an extra 1d6 cold damage. In addition, while you hold the sword, you have resistance to fire damage. In freezing temperatures, the blade sheds bright light in 10 feet radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. When you draw this weapon, you can extinguish all non-magical flames within 30 feet of you. And other than that, it's a template for a custom for a sword. For any sword. Now, does Gary have proficiency in any sword? Where is his proficiencies? No. We could make it a dagger. The frost dagger. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Frostbrand dagger. Okay. Gary has the Frostbrand dagger. Currently, if he strikes with that, it will do an extra 1d6 damage. He has resistance to fire damage. In freezing temperatures, which he is in. Was there scimitar on there? Did I not see that? He's a druid, right? Yeah. They don't like metal, but this, I'm guessing this is made of ice. It's currently shedding 10-foot light. Appearing on his hip, this scimitar, this slightly curved blade of ice with a sort of a wooden pommel with some leather wrapped around it, appears. It begins to immediately glow in this freezing temperature. I might let you keep some of these at the end of the day. Let's see if you get a lot of. If I get a lot of birthday presents, you get to keep 1 or 2. You get a lot of them. If I get enough birthday presents on my actual real birthday, you get to keep the fake shit birthday presents in your shitty D&D campaign with your shitty character Gary. It's based entirely on how unwell I feel at the end of this session. Okay. I had to put the stipulation that you don't get to keep this stuff because I know that there's the potential for you to just get like armor of invincibility. Which is fine for this one fight. You know. Oh fuck, there it is. Okay. Chiclet gave 10. Shadow gave 4. problem is when you hear me do these call to actions, then you're like, oh, we'll do it now. And some people, you know what I mean. Here we go again. Chiclet with Shadow. A spin in the wheel. One more time. Fuck, you just immediately get 25% XP. Now, I'll do that at the end. Because even if you get it, you're not leveling up. So you get it on top of the XP. That's a good one. That's really low chance, I think, for that one to hit as well. I think it's one of the lower chance ones. Yeah. 25 XP, teleport, and boss battle are the lowest chance encounters or spins. 25 XP is a fucking sick one. Nice. Good spin. Sorry your subs got eaten up in that one. Shadow. I think Shadow and Salis lost their subs, so we're actually on maybe 4. If someone wants to gift 6 gift subs right now, I'll let it spin. So Kravuzal says,
Gary, this is it. The fight you have promised us. You were right. Let us fight together.
Gary says, well, I'll fight. We're gonna kill this wee little, I mean, look at this wee little pissant. I was expecting a big bastard. Gary gets the leadership die. It is the Leia's turn. There's 2 subs from Ray, thank you. The Leia, on initiative count 20, the dragon takes a lair action to cause one of the following effects. And I think it's going to have to be... Really, 2 of these are not going to be very useful right now. So, there we go. That counts. That's 6. Let me reset it there. And we'll spin the wheel again. A birthday present. Damn. Nice. Let's give you another birthday present. 1d7. Determine the table. A 4. The 4th table. A, B, C, D. And then a D100. So these are the classic magic item tables from the D&D Dungeon Master's Guide or whatever it's called. 80. So that is a potion of longevity. I have no idea what that is. The potion of longevity. When you drink this potion, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years. Let me roll that straight away. 1d6 plus... Should we just give him the effects? You want to drink it? Yeah. 9. Each time you subsequently drink a potion of longevity, there is a 10% cumulative chance that you instead age by 1d6 plus 6. Suspended in amber liquid are a scorpion's tail and an adder's fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart that against all reason is still beating. That's what I'm drinking here. That's the drink that Liam supplied me with today. It's his birthday potion. It's a snap cam filter. Gary... We don't know how old Gary is or anything, do we? We've not really worked that out. Oh no, we did. He's 190 apparently. So he's now 181. No change. Looks exactly the same. Absolutely no change at all. You're 190. What's 181 look like? The drink doesn't taste bad, Liam. Yeah. This one has been brewing for 3 hours. I've got one that I'm going to brew a bit longer. I'm going to make another one after the stream. I don't know if it's working. I have no idea. At this point, I'm just... You know, my meme that I've been saying to Liam all week is that I have that HUD, like on my heads-up display, I have that objective thing that just says objective survive. That's how I feel right now. Cool. So I think I'll let that one stay. That birthday present you can keep. Any birthday, and you know what? Here's what I'll roll instead. Any birthday presents that you roll today that aren't like unfathomably broken or like game destroying or something like that, and I will be the singular arbiter of what that is before you start rules lawyering anything, because I know how to unbalance a game. I do it every single fucking game I've ever run. Anything that doesn't seem to be too broken, I will let you keep. And today I think that's all of the items that you've earned. So in fact, instead of forcing you to use the true sight scroll, you can keep that. You have that. Gary has that, and you can use it in the future at some point. I think that one-off Turian seeing. Scroll of true seeing you can have. The effect of the potion will last forever. And you have Frost Brand Scimitar. So let's add that now. I will add all the other stuff later on. I'm dying. What's going on? Do I not know how to spell scimitar? So this is the Frostbrand Scimitar. And this deals an extra D6, was it? Of cold damage upon a hit. Okay, great. As well as the other benefits. So you have True Sight, Scroll. You've aged, de-aged. I'm just going to immediately give you the effects of it. And the Frostbrand Scimitar. Cool. Thank you, Amadee. It is now the Lair's turn. The Lair is going to launch Jagged Ice Shards at each of you. Brindor needs to make a ranged attack roll, which I guess is just a 16 plus 2. And that hits everyone. I don't think anyone's AC is above that. 3 creatures. So I think we'll hit the leaders. Gary, Seg, and Kravuzal. Kravuzal might have a higher AC than that. What did I say? An 18. Yeah, this hits everyone. Okay, and this is going to deal 3d6 piercing damage. Around Rindor, the cold chill of the air, you see some wind and ice coalesce into a spike, a second spike, a third spike, and with a woof of his little wings, he pushes these spikes out and they launch towards Kravuzal, Seg, and Gary, dealing 14 damage. Seg is out. Seg is dead. I'm gonna throw up. Seg is dead. Fuck. Kravuzal takes 14 damage. Gary takes 14 damage and is on 7. These 3 spikes launch forward. Kravuzal just takes it in the shoulder and carries on walking forward. Gary looks down and there's an ice shard in his shoulder. Seg, however, says, "Right, let's..." As an ice shard pierces him through his kobold eye. bursting out of the back of his head. Seg falls. His sword on the ice, sliding forward. A silent no from Gary. You know what? We'll play Seg's theme. Now you can save him with a Deus Ex Machina or a full heal during this combat, but if he remains dead at the end of the combat, he is dead. Because Seg is an NPC, he doesn't have death saving throws. That's just the rules. Unfortunately, Seg has been obliterated. For now. A wheel spin instantly. Birthday Deus. Oh, one off. Another encounter. Behind you. An ice mephit materializes. A minion. Of Rindor the Calm materializes and joins the fight. It is the Ice Mephit's turn. He was the Duncan Idaho. He was always going to die. He had no HP. I've been dreading it the whole time. Okay. It is the Ice Mephit's turn. Let's do whatever the Ice Mephit does. The Ice Mephit targets the trolls. With oh, he can do a cone of frost breath. I wonder if he can stand here. Let's do this one. 15-foot cold air. Each creature must succeed on a DC 10 saving throw. Okay, so what's a 15-foot cone? Maybe he can only hit the trolls, actually. Yeah, okay, so he hits the trolls with it. A dex save from the trolls. A 5 is a fail. And they take 2d4. Is it going to give me the damage? No. They take 5 damage, the trolls. Now, cold is their weakness, right? So they don't re-heal this. Alright. Another wheel spin. Do we have another spin? Where did we get where did you pick up another spin from? Recover spells. I don't think that does anything, does it? No one's used any spells. Alright. Next one. A birthday Deus. Would you like it to be Resurrect Seg? I will allow it to be Resurrect Seg. From a distant plane far away, Death sits. We have an image of Death. From hit television series Berserk, The Golden Age, Death sits and glances over to Gary's part of the world and does this. And a little heart starts moving through the air. It goes straight over Seg and hits Gary. Gary looks around as if something hit him. A warm, fuzzy feeling inside as Seg comes back to life. at full HP. I can't click. Seg has returned to us. And that's a birthday dais. Punished Seg. The ice method has gone. It is now the Call Orc Swarm. Now these are the abilities they can do. As an action, the Orc Swarm can perform a K-pop dance. It will give an inspiration die to another creature. They can do the Hucker. They can stare directly at a creature that you can see, try and intimidate it. The next time that creature makes an attack roll and ability check, they roll a d6 and subtract the number from that roll. They can do a charming song. They can sing Hey Soul Sister and charm the creature in front of them. Wisdom saving throw. And if they do so, it will be charmed by you for 1 minute and think you're a friend. Or they can heal a creature of your choice for 1d4. So, choice will be yours. What do the Cool Orcs do? K-pop dance, which is inspiration die. Hucker, intimidate, charm, or heal. The choice is yours. Good luck. Sehr gut. Good luck. Heal. Okay. And I assume you're healing Gary. And not... That's it. Okay, so what was it? Ah, fuck it, I closed it. Cool Orc. 1d4 plus 2. A 4. The Orcs begin playing ukuleles. Gary bloody loves it. He bloody loves it. They play a ukulele version of Basket Case in the corner. And some of Gary's, the wound from the ice, even his toe, start to knit back together. Okay, the trolls. They can bite 4 times and claw 4 times. So really, I think that's all they're going to do. I don't think we need to roll for this kind of thing. They're just going to attack this Mephit. 1 bite, 22 for 9 piercing damage. Another bite, 15. The Mephit, what is the Mephit? Mephit has an AC of 11. For another 5 damage. And they claw at this creature for a 9, that's a miss. And then a 23 for 11 slash... They eat it. They just eat this creature. That's all that happens here. The trolls, the 3 trolls that make up this troll swarm, they get attacked by this Mephit and they turn around and see this sort of just icy little icicle imp floating around, and they grab it and they bite its head off. Another troll grabs and rips one of its arms off and eats it. Another troll just takes a bite and eats its legs. They just eat this thing. It is just like eating an ice cube though, for all of them. The bullywugs will go next. Bullywugs also just can attack stuff, so I think that's what they'll do. They can bite or they can throw spears. I think from this distance it's better that they throw a bunch of spears, right? Oh no, they can make 4 attacks, one with its bite and one with its spit. No, yeah, no. One, I don't know, I've written that really weirdly because I had to spam these things together. Alright, should we just send them in? Yeah. The bullywugs charge forward. Gary doing the thing where he brings the Frostbrand down, and the bullywugs, everyone is charging forward. It's the scene where where he's like fuck, what's his name? It is not this day, and they all run past him. That, but it's frogs. They are going to attempt to bite Rindor. Let's see, Bullywugs, where are you? Bullywug. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attacks. All hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 7, 10, 13 damage. It's good. He's got 64 HP. The Bullywugs swarm him. He's like buzzing around. Rindor says,
Bullywugs, how dare you? I have provided you safety, security. You would be the lesser of all creatures if it weren't for me keeping everything out from the
Bullywugs just start striking and beating at Rindor the Calm. Gary. It is Gary's turn. Now Gary he can do Thorn Whip, Thunder Wave, hit with a Quarterstaff, cast Ice Knife, use a Healing Spirit, I can't remember what that is, or he can hit with the Scimitar. He's also got the following spells: Purify Food and Drink, Fairy Fire, Beast Bond, Find Familiar, Protection from Evil and Good, Enhance Ability, Warding Wind, Healing Spirit, Control Flames, Thaumaturgy, and Minor Illusion. It is time. What does Gary do? Fairy Fire being one of them. Purify Food on Rindor to intimidate the prey. I don't know what that means. Thunderwave away from the Bullywugs. Cast Enhance Ability on Seg. Heal himself. Cast Minor Illusion and pretend to be the dragon's mum. Thorn Whip. One more? I'll take one more option. No? Okay, well, never mind. There we go. Fairy Fire. Purify Food on Rindor. Thunder Wave. Enhance Ability on Seg. Heal himself. Cast Minor Illusion and pretend to be the dragon's mum. Thorn Whip. Dragon. The choice is yours. You may also spin the wheel. There are 3 effects on the wheel spin: a Deus Ex Machina, birthday boon, and birthday presents, which you may or may not be able to keep forever. And none of these birthday options will be there next week. You'll have to wait until next June the 30th, which is my birthday. It's my birthday, and I feel horrible, suffering withdrawal for the second time on my birthday. I think the last time I did this I was 23. Dang it. It's happening. It's goddamn happening. Bubi has done it. Okay. So you're going to cast Minor Illusion and pretend to be the dragon's mum. But first, we spin the wheel. Every sub, by the way, is an actual birthday gift to me today. So thank you very much for that. The next roll will be a natural one. Fuck, there's another one. Okay, let's see. A birthday present. Yeah, that's much more like it. Okay. Let's see what present you get. 1d7. Second table. Item table. Magic item table B. 1d100. A 16. You get a potion of fire breath. Of course you do. A potion of fire breath appears attached to Gary's side. All right. Nice. That's a good one. And that one you can keep forever if you don't use it today. Absolutely. Absolutely you can. And do we have another wheel spin? No, I'm crazy. Yeah, every gift sub today is an actual birthday gift to me. Thank you very much. I started my day by opening all of the gifts I got from my family. And do you want to see the gift that my I think 3-4-year-old nephew got me? He literally picked it out of just my sister told him to go and find anything in the shop and bring it back. And whatever he brought back was the gift that was from him, which I was like, that's the greatest way to get a gift ever. It doesn't matter what it is already, but let's see what he brought back. You want to see what it was? As we have a little break before Gary attempts to cast this, I'll show you. This is not a new train calendar. This is my younger. So that's my little 6-year-old autistic nephew, he's just such a stereotype. He loves trains. Everything he's got is trains, and he got me a train calendar once. It was the most specific. It was like the Broom. I've still got it. I will keep it for the rest of my life. It was like the Broomhill Wormshill train. It was the most specific calendar. We went through it on a stream. It's hilariously specific, and it's my favorite gift I've ever been given. But no, this is his younger brother, so he's a little baby. I'll show you what he got me. Pick anything from the store, anything at all, and he came back with a pair of Slipknot socks. I was like, dude, that's sick. I'll take the Slipknot socks. I was like, that's a legit. My sister was like, I warn you for the sort of unhinged gift that, what's it gave you. And I was like, okay. I was like, dude, these are dope. These socks are dope. I love this. I'll take some Slipknot socks. These will keep my fucking feet nice and toasty in winter. A great gift from him. What a legend. Okay, Gary is now going to cast Minor Illusion. But first, we have to spin the wheel again. Spin the wheel. Braid. Your 2 next rolls will be natural ones. It is 10 times more likely that you land on the birthday things, and that's 10 times each. So like 10 times more than the other. They're weighted at a weight of 10. And next roll being a 1 is weighted at like 2 or something. So such a high chance to land on the things. Okay, Gary casts Minor Illusion on himself to look like a white dragon with long brunette hair and a pinny. What do you call those? An apron on. The dragon is only... You can only make this minor illusion a 5-foot squared illusion, so it's the same size as Gary, but bigger than Rindor the Calm. He now looks like a white dragon in an apron with a rolling pin. And what does Gary say? He looks like Rindor's mum. But what does Gary say? The choice is yours, my friends. Lux, stop giving me money. You know, Lux has already bought me a birthday gift, by the way. She bought me Hades too. Go buy yourself something nice. What do you want today? Go buy yourself a ginger and mint drink. But thank you anyway. And everyone else. Thank you for the birthday gifts. Greg says, who disturbs my slumber? Go west, my child. You've been a bad boy and then breathe fire on him. I can't copy this. Rindor, you naughty little boy, go back home now. Rindor, calm, you're grounded. Rindor, Paul, Anthony, I am ashamed. You interrupted my baking again with your noisy friends. Go to your room now. Or just end it with, you're adopted. Slightly offensive. And when everyone got really pissed off at that he's adopted joke in that Marvel movie that was hilarious. And no one should have been offended by it, but people were offended by it. People get offended by everything, though, don't they? I want the level 10 emote. Fine. Oh, you're doing it just for you? How selfish. How selfish you are. Lux, who has spent lots of money on me today for my birthday. Alright, what do you want Gary to say? He looks like Rindor's mum, but what does Gary say? You're adopted for the psychic damage. The choice is yours. Apparently sipping water is very good for nausea. I've got extreme nausea. I feel very unwell. If you're late to coming into the stream, I haven't streamed for a few days because I'm really, really unwell. I feel about as bad as I've felt in a long time. It comes and goes, but I know I look and act normal and fine right now, but I'm genuinely dying. I'm really hoping it goes away in a couple of days. Yesterday was traumatic. The day before was horrendous. Awful experience so far. But thank you for coming by for my birthday. I've been trying to just hype myself up and enjoy this session of D&D, and it's also the only day of the week I have to show up for work now. Because this is the one stream where I make money. I was like, I've got to go to work on Sunday. And here we are. But it's also probably the most fun stream. Gary says,
Oh, Rindor. I mean...
Rindor? You're adopted.
I need you to roll me a deception check. This is going to be a natural 1. Because you have a natural 1. But I want to see what you would have rolled. Let's roll. Not that 16. We take the second roll. We have to clear out the previous rolls. Then we're going to spin the wheel. An 18. With Gary, I think he's got, what, a -1? -1 to detect. That would have been a 17. Unfortunately, the wheel has betrayed you. And Rindor says,
You think your foolish trickery will work on me, Rindor the Calm?
he then glances over his shoulder and just in case his mum is actually there. Let's spin the wheel. A birthday bonus. Now, a birthday bonus is that you will get immediately a +2 to one of Gary's abilities. Strength, dexterity, con, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. It is determined with this d6. A 1, his strength goes up by 2. His strength is currently 9. I must remember that. Infuriated by his perfect performance of Rindor the Calm's mother, you see Gary, his forearms bulk up. He becomes Big Gary. Big Gary. You have a +2 strength for the remainder of this session. Does Gary have bonus actions? Why do I feel like he has a bonus action now? The Balm of the Summer Court. A font of energy. Oh, we're spinning again. Okay. Offers respite energy of a pool of fey energy. A number of d6s. Got 3 of them. As a bonus action, you can choose one of the following. You can heal d6. Gary is currently on 11 HP. Would you like to use a Balm of the Summer Court? Just write yes or no in the chat and we will judge it based on if it looks like an overwhelming one way or the other while we spin this wheel. Would you like to heal for a D? He's got 3 d6s he can use. Birthday bonus as well. Another d6. A 6. Gary's charisma is boosted by 2 up to an 11. That could be a game changer because Gary does a lot of charisma based things for someone with... I love how many times you, as a group, decide to have Gary do charisma based checks when he's got a -1. His charisma is boosted by 2. With that birthday bonus. And also we're going to roll a d6 to heal for 5. He gets 5 HP back as he uses the Balm of the Summer Court here. Gary pours honey over himself. I need Ratrosphere to send me just another day of saving the bees. As you spin the wheel again. What are you at for the hype train right now? Oh, a birthday Deus. Okay, I think I can't think of a good outright Deus Ex Machina that you need to do here. What Deus Ex Machina happens? What would you like to happen? You get a Deus Ex Machina. Ice Nephis, which is what I'm writing in here, joins us. Resurrection joins us. Dragon's mum actually appears. Iron Man appears as a friend. Remove the next natty 1 roll. Pretty good. The lair breaks. Okay. The lair breaks. A Master Ball falls into Gary's hands. He catches Rindor in it and gains a legendary Pokemon. Okay. God of the old classic Deus Ex Machina. Our best friend, the God of Death, intervenes. Well, Gary's arm muscles expand, gaining ancient dragon strength. The choice is yours. Ice Nephis, which will be his name, resurrects and joins us. Dragon's mum actually appears. Iron Man appears as a friend. Remove the next natural one roll. The lair breaks. A Master Ball falls into Gary's hand. He catches Rindor in it and gains a legendary Pokemon. The God of Death intervenes. Gary's arm muscles expand, gaining ancient dragon strength. What birthday Deus Ex Machina would you like to happen right now? Thank you so much for the gift subs. Shadow, Plumrug, Insta Rage, Nuerg, Binky, Keeper, Chen, Lux, Godzilla, Kara, Mydelone, Plumrug, Webble, Bew. I'd let her teach me a few things. Never mind, forget it. Thank you, Bew. Pal World. Yeah, I never played Pal World, but now I feel like I should. Wasn't it just Pokemon with guns? Oh, Shadow's like, it's not over. It ain't over till I say it's over. A Master Ball falls into Gary's hand. He catches Rindor in it and gains a legendary Pokemon. Okay. Before we do anything else, what is the percentage chance of catching a legendary with a Master Ball in Pokemon? Is it 100%? It is 100%. Fuck. Okay. But it's a natural one. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. First of all, we're going to spin the wheel. And I'll tell you what happens afterwards. I'll tell you this as well. If Rindor's mum had showed up, he was going to help. Rindor's mum identifies as a he. Rindor's mum was going to help Rindor. Because you didn't specify anything other than Rindor's mum shows up. The next natural roll is a 20. So. He will be like a Charizard. When you capture him, he fucking hates you. And there will be a random chance every time you pull him out of this Pokeball that he will just not do what you want. However, the fucking Pokemon Master Ball appears in Gary's hand. He throws it. This one. Jesus Christ. That woke us all up. He throws this thing. A beam of red light covers Rindor the Calm. It shoots out from the Pokeball, covers Rindor the Calm. Rindor goes, and he is the red covering of him and the laser join as one, and he is drawn into the Pokemon Master Ball. The Master Ball lands on the ground shaking before. Is there a catch? Pokeball catch sound? It flashes green, and you've caught Rindor the fucking Calm in a fucking Pokeball. I fucking hate you. It's fucking horrendous that you didn't have to roll for that and it would have been a natural one. You fucking assholes. You win. Oh. You win. You beat the boss. All of that. The little trolls was such a harder boss fight. Listen, Alki. Okay. You now have Rindor the Calm as a Pokemon, a legendary Pokemon. In a Master Ball. As an item. Pokemon Master Ball containing Rindor the Calm. Rindor hates you. And when summoned, there is a, I'll determine it later on, chance he will not do as you wish. Though you will be able to attempt to command him like a Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like, Rindor, I choose you. Use fucking Frost Breath. And, you know, then Rindor might just cross his arms or whatever Charizard always does. He's going to be the same situation as Charizard. The group, everyone's standing around. They all stopped rushing forward. Not even everyone got a turn. They were just charging forward. Suddenly stop and look at Gary. Gary walks over, picks up the Pokeball, puts it in his little knapsack of holding or whatever you guys have got, and they erupt into an insane applause. Madness in the swamp. The swamp is free. Unbelievable. Gary has freed the sentient beings of the swamp from Rindor's tyrannous rule. They scream, "Listen Al Gaib, Muad'Dib." Over the coming days, the word spreads that Rindor has been defeated. The ice of the lair slowly melting away. Badgers come out of sets. Foxes bound through into the swamp. Little fucking frogs and shit start repopulating the area. The tyrannical rule of Rindor the Calm has come to an end. Now Gary gets some XP here, 450 XP. Plus 25% of his total XP. Let me just work that out real quick. Plus 25% of 270, 2,700. Calculator. 2700 divided by you get 675 XP plus you get what did I say? 450. You get 1,125 XP. So you're up to, oh, you're so close to you need 2,700 to level up, and you're at 1,625. Right? Did I calculate that right? Basic edition. Imagine being able to do it. The Ice Queen is defeated in Narnia. And Gary has successfully defeated Rindor. Now, the trolls step forward. The hobgoblins step forward. The trolls say,
You said the dragon will tell us what the piano does is. But they didn't tell us what it does.
they ask you about the piano. The trolls came with you on the promise that the dragon would tell them what a piano is. What does Gary say? Summon Rindor and command him to tell them what a piano is. Yep. The dragon said the humans know what it is. Yeah, okay. Summon Rindor is the, yeah, it's the same thing. Just, yeah. Need the fucking Pokemon sound effect. I need an assistant. Pokemon. Is it this? Yep. Time to use that fucking thing, Liam. You linked me to. The answer is west. Follow, trolls. Minor illusion of piano. The piano was inside you all along. Alright, which one? Bring back the gnome-human war. Well, the hilarious thing about the about all of that is that, like, I guess it never ended. Gary's the last gnome. There should be no gnomes, right? Our own lore conflicts itself, but also creates a great story opportunity. I'm just going to way too much effort right now to get the Pokemon fucking sound. Okay, the dragons, I didn't even need it. The dragon said the humans know what it is. I would have forgotten it. Next week anyway.
The dragons. They said the humans know what a piano is. And guess where we're going next? We're going west to the humans. They'll tell you.
Deception check. Gary has a minus. Gary has currently not got a -1 to deception. What he does have is a guaranteed natural 1 failure for this roll. Did you think I'd forgotten? I do still want to see what you would have gone. Hi Tara, thank you for the resub and also contributing to the wheel spin here. What did you roll? Did I miss it? 4? No, next one. An 18. Damn, you would have got an 18. The trolls look at Gary. They look at each other. Look back to Gary. One of them says, "I thought." Oh no, that's not how they sound. That's Gary's voice.
I don't know what you said the dragon would tell us, and it's what a piano. What is a piano? I know what a piano is. What way is west? What's that? I know what way is west. You don't know what ways. Yes, I do. You don't know what.
Each, because this is a natural 1, each troll grabs the troll next to its head, and in single unison, each troll breaks the other troll's neck. The trolls destroy themselves and die. They died in their own confusion. You confused them with too many things, and they died. Kravuzal steps up to you and says, "Was not much of a fight, but I did not expect you to be such a skilled warrior. Gary, Muad'Dib, you defeated this dragon as you said you would. However, we had a deal. 15% of the dragon's horde." He looks at you in the eye. What does Gary do? Honor the deal. Give him 15% plus a tip. Grabs his other master ball and captures him. Kill them. If there's no gold, give him the scimitar. Give him some snow and say, "Here's your horde." Give what he demands and suggest walk with us. I don't know what charisma check means. Shove him into the bag of holding. Choice is yours. What did we get the hype train up to, by the way? Did we break a record? Honor the deal. Alright. Level 10. Damn. What was our highest? Have we ever beaten that? Wonder if there's a way for me to look. I guess you need to look around and see if there is a dragon horde. So let's make an investigation check. The investigation you have currently is +2, so you can start rolling. You did a 13 before, okay. This will be a natural 20. But I want to see what you would have rolled. Not that 16, we take the second roll. I can't believe you beat him by capturing him in a fucking Master Ball. I'm gonna be thinking about it for the rest of the day. This campaign's insane. A 19, so you would have done really well anyway. Actually would have done better on a technicality, but Gary starts looking around. He notices out of the corner of his eye a coin glittering under and sort of caught in the ice of the snow in one part of the lair here. He recognizes that the coins are a sort of trail that lead underneath this very large rock. Since he's strong at the moment, isn't he? Yeah, he's stronger than he normally is. Give me an athletics check, chat. You have a -1 to strength. And that's with a +2 birthday boon. To see if you can push the rock out of the way. A -1 to athletics here. We take the second roll. So that's a 9. We'll take the second roll. See how you fare. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Stand up or stand up. Did you just natural 20 it? You fucking what? Gary walks over to the rock. He sees the coins. Realizes that it's very possible there's stuff underneath this rock. His 4 enhanced arms reach out, gripping 4 different points underneath the rock. There's ice that's kind of holding this thing to the ground as well, and he just launches this fucking rock. He launches it. It's an unbelievable display of strength. The rest of the people here are just suddenly like, oh, we didn't know he was that strong. He's never displayed that kind of strength before. Just doing that anime thing. This thing gets fucking launched all the way over there. Underneath it is... Let's see if I have a hoard. Gold. And stuff. Golden stuff. You find the dragon's hoard. The dragon's hoard contains 482 gold pieces. A cloth of gold vestments. I'll write this all down. A jar with a dead illithid tadpole floating in preserving chemicals. A star chart showing Bahamut and a one-headed Tiamat as constellations with Elegy for the First World written between the stars. You also get a scroll of Unseen Servant and another potion of fire breath. So, Jesus Christ. So let's see. Gary gets. He's got 2 potions of fire breath, a cloth of gold vestments, which is worth 25 gold pieces. Scroll of unseen servant. What else was it? Is that it? Oh, the gold. Oh no, the tadpole and shit, which I will simply add into this ever-growing fucking bullshit list here. A jar with a dead illithid tadpole floating in preserving chemicals. Oh, this is the curses one. Curses. And a star chart showing Bahamut and a one-headed Tiamat as constellations with Elegy for the First World written between the stars. Okay. Now, the plan was to honor the deal. What did you get on the thing? %, of 482 gold is 72 gold. If you include the cloth of vestments, the scroll, the random things, do you give him just the coins, or do you give him some of the items as well? What do you give the hobgoblins? Let's... Oh my god, Bradley, learn how to fucking time. Just the gold value. Gold value and tadpole. Gold value and scroll. Gold value and vestments. Gold value and star chart. The tadpole and the star chart are not actually worth anything really in terms of gold, or at least not right now that you're able to tell. How do you got 2 potions of fire breath out of this? Hello? Hi, Maru. You okay? What are you... calling 911. That doesn't realize that they're in a stream. No, thanks for... Yeah, me neither. I also am very unwell. Just the gold value. Alright. Let's roll 1 dice for Kravuzal, which will be an intelligence-based check. An 11. You're giving him a little under what he's owed, but when you hand him 72 of this gold, I don't think he's even aware of it. It's such an enormous amount of gold. He just goes, oh, very, very good. Yes. He grabs the, he takes the gold and shoves it into a little, one of those little bullshit pouches they used to have in the olden days, hands it to one of his minions and says, very good doing business with you. Good day. We will return now to our encampment. If there is another fight in the swamp, we will be there for the right price. Attend hut! And they turn around and start marching away. The hobgoblins leave. The bullywugs start going. Seg doesn't speak bullywug, but he says, all right, yeah, I know.
before you were resurrected, Gary, I promised the Ballywags that if we were able to free Rindor, that they could live in his lair. They're asking if they can stay here in this lair. Can they have this area of the swamp as their own? It's the very middle of the swamp, and they want it. They want to put their frog spawn here. It's where they want to lay their frog spawn.
Does Gary let the Bullywugs stay and lay their frog spawn here? Yes, no. The choice is yours. But he gets a timeshare. I think Gary rules the swamp now. I don't think there's any question. He is emperor of the swamp now. They will erect a statue of him. That's just obvious. Okay. Gary turns to the Bullywugs and says,
I know you don't know what I'm saying, and I'm not going to waste my time with that there fucking spell or whatever it is that lets me talk to different languages. Stay here, lay your frog spawn, and when I come back there better be a giant statue of me, and I want a timeshare.
The Bullywugs, they jump into the water and start swimming around, laying frog spawn everywhere. The cool orcs say, yeah, peace, man. I can't remember how they spoke. Peace out, dude. Have a great one, bro. See ya. And they get on surfboards and surf away. They just surf away on a swamp with no waves. The lizard folk start snapping at each other. Seg looks to Gary. Gary looks to Seg. This one. What does Gary do about the lizard folk pack? You murdered their leaders. They were really just here because they're following you because Death ordered them to. What do you want to do with them? The swamp is their home, and you are going to the desert next. But I mean, what do you want to do? Have them follow west? Free them? Tell them to spread the tale of Gary? I think that's a good 3 options. Okay. Have them follow, free them, or tell them to spread the tale of Gary. It's kind of the second one, but not really. Telling me there are no lizards in the desert? No. I was just saying that their home is the swamp and you're going into the desert now. I might have worded it weirdly because I'm severely unwell. I'm doing my absolute best to like mask up. I think sometimes these streams are really probably very weird for you to watch because I'm saying that I'm really unwell and I haven't slept for 3 days and I really feel sick and nauseous and stuff, but I've just GM'd an entire session and I'm generally, I think, presenting very well but feel really bad, and it's just a testament to how fucking good I am at masking in company when I feel rough. Years of it. From being a little kid, just being thrown into a situation where I feel horrible, be it mentally or physically, and I still just fucking perform. That's why I've been taking the days off. I could push myself and do some streams and play some Mass Effect, but I'm really suffering. I'm suffering very bad withdrawal effects from this medication, and I did not expect it to be this bad. Luckily my mood is okay, but physically I feel very, very unwell. Pull some more trauma out, yeah. Tell them to spread the tale of Gary. Okay, so you're going to free them, but they must tell the tale. Seg spends a little while here trying to communicate with the lizard folk. He's a kobold, so he's kind of a lizard, and he explains to the lizard folk bit by bit. Eventually, he's wearing like a lab coat, and he has a stick and a whiteboard, and he's pointing to things. And the lizard folk are all sat at little school chairs, taking notes. And he hands them each a book of pamphlets, and he tells them to go and spread the tale of Gary. Each of the lizard folk now dressed like one of the people from Book of Mormon, with the white shirt and the pants and a book of pamphlets, dissipate. They split and they spread into the swamp to tell and spread the Mormon word of Gary. And that's it. I think that's the party disbanded. It's now Gary and Seg again. You were never really I never really intended to let you take some of these groups out of the swamp. It was possible you could take the lizard folk, the Bollywogs out of the swamp. You would never get in the trolls. Without a Deus Ex Machina roll right now. Fuck. The hobgoblins, you would have had to really, really convince them, but we can move on to another biome and another part of the adventure. Having capped this one, Gary and Seg pack their things. They look around at the swamp. They see the animals are free and happy. I don't know if either of them feels anything about this. Gary has slowly revealed himself to potentially be a narcissist, potentially be a sociopath. Seg is a reptile. I don't know if they necessarily feel good inside about freeing the swamp, but they have done a very good deed. They freed it from the rule of Rindor the Calm, who was chaotic and or like neutral evil. You get I can't remember what it was now. I wrote it down and then lost it. 410 gold from the Horde as well. So you have 420 blaze it gold in total as a group. Seg is a permanent party member at this point. When you level up, he levels up. And let's spin the wheel one more time. Gary and Seg pack their things. They pack their bags, strap up, they look around, and they start heading west. Stepping through the swamp, they move very sort of casually, heading west. Gary's sort of trying to figure out which way west is. Suddenly, and without warning, Gary hears this. Gary hears this. And that's where we end today's session. Something is coming for them. There is a boss battle that is coming up. I'm very unwell. I would normally go a bit longer with this, but I really don't feel very well. I know that I probably don't seem like I'm particularly rough. I'm not, or maybe I don't look rough and I don't sound rough, but like I said, I sort of mentally feel all right. But I don't have a lot of energy in me to do stuff. I'm very exhausted and I'm extremely nauseous, and I don't know what to do about it other than just weather through it. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Thank you so much everyone for coming out. I know that it was a bit of a shorter one and it was a bit of a crazy one. But I wanted to do this, I said at the beginning, partially because this is my favorite stream of the week. I think I really enjoy doing this. It's one of the craziest ways to play D&D that I've ever experienced. And I've run a lot of D&D games over the years, and this is the one of the most insane ways to run D&D, and has created such Such a weird story. I cannot believe you just defeated my boss by fucking Deus Ex Machina in a fucking Master Ball from Pokemon and just capturing him. Before anyone really even got, anyone did it. I don't think he even got a turn. Insane what you just did. But also partially because this is the only day of the week that I earn any money now, which is fine because it does free me up for the rest of the week. You guys spinning the wheel is keeping me afloat. It is the way I have been making rent and buying food since moving. Since we started doing these streams, it sort of frees my hands up for the rest of the week, which luckily for me this week has meant that I've been able to take a few days off because I don't feel well. But I really, really wanted to be able to work today, and I've spent the last few days doing very little. You know, I've like been for like some strolls, and I've done a few things around the house, but for the most part I've just been sort of doing nothing. I played a little bit of PUBG, been playing a lot of Teamfight Tactics and watching a lot of Critical Role, just to whittle away the hours because I just don't feel very well at all. I think I'll probably start feeling better in a few days because I've been through this process in smaller ways before, and I think it's usually about a week before it really starts to go away and let you feel normal again. And a week will be Tuesday for me. I stopped taking my medication. I've been tapering off of it since the 5th of June. But I stopped it entirely on Tuesday just gone, and I think my body's just reeling from it because I've been taking that drug for 2 years, every day since the end of 2022. So my body is just freaking out, and I haven't slept, I haven't done anything. I had to go to the doctor and get more sleeping pills. I've been sleeping pilling myself to sleep and getting a few hours that way. And then as soon as I wake up, I'm just fucking fully awake, and it's really horrible, and I just feel kind of all sorts of discombobulated. Eating makes me feel really sick, so I'm eating these small little fucking nothing plain foods, just forcing food into me and trying not to throw it back up immediately. Such a horrible feeling. But like I said, mentally, somehow, I don't actually feel like I'm in a really bad place or in a really bad mood exactly. I just feel very unwell, and just kind of weak and unable to really do anything. So I'm very grateful for that because I'd much rather take any physical illness over mental illness. When I get really bad anxiety or depression, I hate it. It stun locks me. And although I haven't really been able to do a lot, at least I've been able to I've sort of been able to sit and enjoy myself and do a few things. I've been, you know, like I'm just enjoying myself watching Critical Role or TV or whatever. Even though I feel kind of crazy and a little mad. But that's where I've been for a few days. And I probably won't stream tomorrow, if I'm honest. I think I might. I'm pretty much just going to play it by ear. I wanted to be as rested and in as good of a place as possible to be able to run this, because A, it's my birthday and I want to stream on my birthday. 2, it's the worst birthday ever, you know, just sitting here with fucking withdrawal syndrome. But 2, you know, I make money. It's like the only way I can make money. And thank you so much, everybody that has given me money today and contributed in general. I very much appreciate it. I hope that the game was fun. Thank you for the birthday wishes and the birthday gifts. Yeah, I really wanted to show up and do some work today and, you know, be able to feed myself next month, because I'd just be sitting here rueing that I was unwell and I wasn't able to stream on my birthday and do a fun D&D stream and stuff like that. So I was like, I really want to be able to do this stream today for all of the different reasons. So I'd sort of just concentrated on that and got myself. I wasn't sure last night because I really took a weird turn. The worst I've felt, to be honest, all week was for about 3 hours last night between sort of 11 p.m. Well, it began at about 10. I really started to feel bad about 11, and between 12 and 1, when I just pilled myself to sleep, I felt fucking. It was horrible. It's the worst nausea I maybe have ever had, or at least I can remember. I don't tend to get very nauseous in general. I'm not the type of person that throws up or gets nauseous a lot. you know, like travel sicknesses and stuff. I've had it, you know, reading on in a car. You know that feeling when you're reading in a car? That's how I've felt all week. But it hit me like 2000% last night. And I was really worried that I was going to wake up today and feel the worst ever for the one day that I didn't want to. But I didn't. I woke up this morning and I felt stable. Liam brought me some ginger and mint. Toodle, or whoever wrote it, I think it was Toodle, and a couple of people. So that's in this. I made a little ginger and mint infused drink because it's meant to be good for nausea. Nausea is currently the thing that I'm battling. The rest of the week it's been, and sleep, but it's been a few different things. It felt for a few days a bit like I had a cold or a flu, you know, like it was a pretty intense, weird, just rough feeling. But then yesterday and today it has been nausea, which is just a horror. It's just awful. If anyone's ever had nausea, you know how it feels. And I'm not really used to it either. So I was completely underprepared for it. But yeah, Liam fucking showed up and I messaged him this morning, was like, I don't suppose you have any fucking ginger? Because I'm looking up how to fucking defeat this nausea after last night. And he was like, look, I'm just going to go to the shop and buy some. So he went and bought some shit for me and showed up with a care package. And then we went for a little walk. And I'm going to go and make myself a little fucking meal of nothing. Yesterday I had a tiny little salad and some rice and peas and a couple of little bits of chicken. And I think I'm just going to do that again because it didn't make me feel bad compared to all the other things that I've eaten this week. Seems to be like things that taste good make it worse. So that's just, I know that's an annoying like, oh, woe is me fucking update. But I just wanted to, you know, I haven't been able to really stream or talk about any of it. So that's where I've been for a few days. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel brand new and I just feel amazing, then I'll carry on playing Mass Effect. That's my plan, is as soon as I feel like that again, I will. But I'd very much like to get to Tuesday and run Cura. I really don't want to miss Cura. So I really didn't want to miss this, and I really don't want to miss Cura on Tuesday either. We haven't missed an episode of Cura yet so far. And this is about my limit. How long have I been streaming for? Because I'm starting to feel fucking woozy. 2 hours, 28. Sounds about right. It's about how long I played D&D last night with my friends before I started to fucking completely lose it. I have to get out of these headphones and away from these screens and go and sit somewhere and relax for a bit. Because I just feel very, very... I just have nothing in the tank, you know? So at the moment, my like priority is just sort of try and relax and just conserve energy. Even though I feel like I can do more, I think I actually can't, and I'm just, you know, if I try and push it, I'll probably end up just making myself feel worse. I really need sleep. I can't believe how hard it is to get some sleep at the moment, which is, you know, freaking me out. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try and make it to Tuesday so that I can run Cura. And then hopefully, you know, towards the end of this week, I'll be able to get back on the stream. So I'm sorry there haven't been any streams and shit. I know it seems like a really easy job to do, and how hard can it be to just play a video game for a couple of hours, but it's just hard to face it and hard to sit here and even talking a lot like I've been doing today. I've noticed a few times where I've felt myself like kind of almost like I want to throw up because I'm just kind of talking. And it's just exhausting. It's more exhausting than I think you might realize. So, yeah, it might just be a couple more days off. I didn't want to take any days off, and I didn't expect that it was going to hit me this hard, but it has fucked me up. So I'm just, yeah, I'm sort of playing it by ear. So that's where I've been. That's where I will be. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back. Regular streams soon enough. Cura should be on this week. You know, I mean, it's not impossible that this gets worse or something, but I've got a feeling it won't. I kind of feel like I just have to wait it out. Which is a lot of sitting around playing Hearthstone and Teamfight Tactics and Marvel Snap on my iPad to just keep my mind off of how sick I feel. Been doing relaxation, breathing, just keeps me chill, and watching a lot of Critical Role. I'm on episode 17. I've been burning through it. It's very good background. I don't feel well. Non-intrusive watching, you know, and I've laughed so much as well. One of the things that I've really liked about watching Critical Role, just as a final note, because I want to leave on a positive, is that when I'm unwell mentally, a lot of the time, even if something's absolutely hilarious, I can't laugh because I just feel so shit mentally, you know. And I have fucking laughed so many times at random things in Critical Role. And it's not even the comedy one, because Dimension 20 is meant to be the funny one, right? And I'll probably watch that afterwards as well. But there have just been a couple of points that have gotten me just fucking rolling. Mostly it's Sam Riegel. He's so funny. Bear in mind, I know that everyone's like, oh, Brad's a DM and stuff. You'd expect me to know a lot about Critical Role, but I've never really watched it properly. I watched a bit of the first season, Campaign 1, when I first started to DM in like 2016, so I don't remember it that well. And then I watched Vox Machina. So because I saw Vox Machina and I kind of knew a bit about Season 1, I didn't really want to start with Campaign 1 again. So I just started with Campaign 2. My plan is to sort of watch Campaign 2 and then I'll watch Campaign 3 and then maybe I'll go back and watch Campaign 1 because it will probably have Trace Decayed a bit more by then. But I like Season 2 so far. They've got a little production quality now. You know, they know what they're doing. They've got the vibe. So I actually think it might even be a good starting place for people who might not have watched it before. But they've had me rolling a few times, like absolutely like laughing out loud, even though I feel like absolute shit. You know, like I've sat there and I've been feeling worse than say I feel like right in this moment. You know, with like when you have flus at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day you feel worse, but in the middle of the day it's not as intense. That's kind of what I have as well, which is now. Luckily I stream at this time. But I've been sitting there like at night feeling god rough and just laughing at some random bullshit that they've done. There's a couple of points that it's hilarious. It's really, really good. I've really been enjoying it as a little sort of background TV thing. I haven't watched The Boys and I haven't watched, there's going to be a House of the Dragon tomorrow, but I'm just I don't think I can even handle The Boys. There was an episode, the last episode of The Boys had like a fucking gruesome scene, and I was like, if I'd watched that today, it would fucking it'd spin me out. So I always recommend Season 2 as an introduction. Yeah, I think so as well. I was going to try and convince Liam to watch it. I'm slowly trying to convert Liam over to D&D, and I think he should watch Season 2 of Critical Role as well, because I think he will. I think that will be the final nail in the coffin, and then I just need to peer pressure him. Don't tell him. Campaign 2 is what you want. Write it down somewhere, Liam. If you just want to watch something very unintrusive. Like, because nothing happens. When I don't feel well, I need to watch something it's borderline kids TV. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be watching stuff like that's very intense or very harrowing. I don't really want to. Sometimes I don't want to listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts like Huberman's podcast, and he's just talking about when you have a cold, you need to be doing this, and I'm like, it's just spiking my medical anxiety, making me feel like I'm concentrating too much. But just a little background thing, it's just a bunch of friends fucking around playing this game. But the thing with Critical Role is that one, they're actually friends who want to be playing it. That's why they started doing it. It's a bunch of people who got together and they were just playing D&D for fun, and then they monetized it, fine. And then, you know, it's become this huge thing, and I'm sure that there's a lot of business and there's maybe some choices that will come up that become more business choices and stuff, whatever. But at its core, it does feel like genuinely just a group of people having a really good time. And that comes through on a screen, I think. And I think you can sense it with them as a group. But secondarily, they're all voice actors. They're all professional voice. The concept of Critical Role is the best concept ever. We got a bunch of voice actors to play D&D. Brilliant. They're not these fucking high-level Hollywood Beverly Hills pricks who are narcissistic. They're actual people, because voice actors are actually people a lot of the time. Real actors are arseholes. And so they're good at acting. They're good at acting. The roleplay is really interesting. When they're into the roleplay, it's interesting. But what I wasn't expecting is just how many times it's made me laugh out loud like a crazy person in my fucking flat. So I've really been enjoying it. I've actually really had a good time watching it. I like it. You can tune out for 20 minutes and not miss any plot. There have been a couple of points where I've gotten up and I went and cooked dinner and I sat back down and they were still just like doing the same thing because they're just fucking around. But it's very good background watching. Matt sums up every episode at the beginning of every episode. It made me think I should probably start doing that again with my D&D campaigns, because that's how useful it is. if you are just watching something as a background thing. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I recommend that one. I know I'm in the minority for people that haven't really watched Critical Role before and stuff, but if you do want something that's very unintrusive, very easy watching, it's pretty much a podcast, but there's nothing triggering in there if you're feeling unwell or if you're worried about triggers and stuff like that, which I don't have a lot of specific triggers, for stuff on TV. Like doesthedogdie.com is a great website for it. But generally, sometimes I just don't want anything to come up that might lead me to think about something that I don't want to think about when I'm in a kind of weakened mental state. And for me, so far, it's been fucking absolutely perfect for it. It's why I've burned through so much of it, feeling that like kind of shit this week. Okay, I'm gonna go before I feel before I actually throw up. Thank you again, everyone, for coming out and watching the stream and just supporting the stream in general over the years and supporting me over the years. I'm 38 today. I've had a couple of fucking dodgy years. You have saved me a couple of those times, chat. You've literally fucking showed up and literally dragged me out of the red a couple of points with like things like money. Also, just as something to do, playing games and hanging out with a group of people who are all mentally ill. That's you. Obviously some of you are dickheads and some people we have to ban, but generally speaking, a lot of the time doing this stream for me has been very useful. I've felt unwell a lot of the time, mentally unwell, and just being able to be distracted and not feel too scared to stream, because it can be scary to, when you're not feeling well, to just go online and be open, and potentially someone comes in and says something that upsetting or might trigger you or whatever, and that's kind of scary to do. And generally speaking, a lot of it is to do with people like Lux and N and Lilies and Shadow and people that are fucking banning people and getting to those messages and stuff. But generally speaking, I just want to say a thank you for coming out and watching the stream, whether you've given me money or not, whatever it is. I've been streaming now for a long time. I've been doing it full time since 2019. I'm getting old, but you're still enjoying the stream, or you're getting something out of it. I get a lot out of it. Obviously, you pay my rent and it, all of that kind of stuff, but I do get a lot out of it personally as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching the stream, and thank you today for all the birthday gifts. I hope that today's stream was fun. I wasn't feeling very well, but I'm glad that we managed to do this, and I felt well enough to be able to do it because it was hilarious. It is the funniest part of the week. It's so stupid, this campaign. I'm really enjoying running it, so I hope you've been enjoying it as well. It's hilarious that this song has been playing the whole time, but I actually kind of dig it. The Furry Dance Edit is what it's called. It's a bunch of K-pop songs I made on Suno. Yeah, you might catch me if I play PUBG or something like that later on. I might be on like Maya or Orkush's stream or something like that if I feel kind of up for playing PUBG to distract myself for a bit. Generally speaking, I will be back streaming at my usual time just as soon as I start feeling well enough. It might be tomorrow, it might be Tuesday, it might be fucking Friday. I don't know. I'm not really going to make any promises because I don't want to add that pressure. But there will be a Cura this week unless I genuinely, unless something goes horribly wrong. So just bear that in mind. I'll try and keep you updated on the Discord. I always tweet when I go live. The live thing goes live on Discord. And so I'll be back, in the next few days, hopefully. I'm hoping over the next couple of days I feel well enough, even though I'm probably not going to feel amazing for another week or so. I should hopefully be well enough to just fuck around and play Mass Effect 2, because I want to play Mass Effect 2. I was enjoying it, and it's pissing me off that I can't play it. Okay, I'm gonna go and eat some dinner. Thank you again, everyone. I hope you had a fun time. I don't feel very well, but it was very fun to play. The credits are probably gonna be really long because we had a few gift subs in him. And thanks again for the last couple of years of supporting me, and thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm an old man now. Have a good night. See you later.
In the last little forest, untamed and left wild, there lives a small person, but he's not a child. A leader of men, a leader of more. He's listening now, Gabe, he's ready for war. A powerful druid, but he cannot fly. He's in love with death, but he cannot die.